Hello, welcome to another episode of 3 Minute IELTS with me, George. In this episode, I shall be describing how examiners give a score in the IELTS speaking test. So let's begin. Now, to start off with, examiners use a set of band descriptors, and there is a public version of this available online through the British Council website that is quite close to the band descriptors that examiners use in the test to determine your score. It's worth checking these out. If you look on these band descriptors, you will see that we judge candidates in 4 criteria. Fluency and coherence, which generally means can you talk and keep talking, and does it make sense? Lexical resource, that means your vocabulary. Are you able to use many different words in different ways and accurately? Thirdly, grammatical range and accuracy. Can you use a mixture of simple and complex sentence structures? And are you able to comfortably use different tenses? These are 2 of the areas for grammatical range and accuracy. And the 4th criteria is pronunciation. Pronunciation can be about how easy it is for the examiner to understand you, and also, is your voice changing? And does that mean, does your voice have a changes in tone? Does it have a rising tone, a falling tone? Do you speak more quickly, more slowly? And all in all, does this sound natural? So in part 1, while we are asking these basic questions in part 1, the candidate is usually quite nervous, and we spend part 1 trying to get a basic idea of sort of 2 bands that we think they probably would be. Maybe is this candidate a 5 or a 6, maybe a 6 or a 7, maybe lower, maybe higher. And as we continue, as we progress through the exam, we will get a better idea of where they will sit in each of these 4 criteria. Throughout part 2, we get a great idea about the vocabulary someone can use and the grammatical range that they can use, because their candidate must speak for a long time. And that gives us a pretty good idea of where they sit. However, part 3 is where a lot of the real fine-tuning will come in, because the examiner can ask our own questions. And the purpose of asking follow-up questions in part 3 is to push the candidate to what we call their linguistic ceiling. That means if we think you are a 6 for vocabulary, perhaps I will use my question to push you to see if you can use better vocabulary. Similarly, if you haven't shown that you can compare tenses for grammar, I might ask you to do so. So throughout the 3 parts of the speaking test, we are pushing you and trying to determine how high your score is. And that is 3 minutes of how IELTS examiners decide your score. Thank you very much for watching. If you have further questions, please ask them below. And don't forget, you are welcome to like and subscribe. Goodbye.